Hey, it's Russ Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Heart, the City Beneath. This is Descending Derelictus, the session 16, which could be the last session. Well, probably will be. Things are coming to a head. There's bunch of things are happening. In last session, the Delvers descended, reached tier 3. They went through the Briar to get healing at Granny's cottage and had a lovely time there. Then Rakk found the black worm and slew it, and oh no, it turned out to be bad for reasons. Well,
look, bad is a relative term.
Yeah. You did just
might have fulfilled the prophecy.
How much do I care?
Okay, well, we'll find out. Let's see here. Garanhon, and who was with you going down the mountain? Was that Rakk?
It was Garanhon and Rakk.
Yeah, Garanhon and Rakk headed down to get to Terminus Station while Valanthe and Outis grabbed the apparatus and jumped back in and raced to get to Terminus. So the team is split up, but they are both racing to the same place. But before we get into that, y'all did some story beats and got some advancements and stuff. So we'll start with Valanthe. What story beat what new ability did you get?
Well, mortal concerns will fade in comparison to the majesty of the blood song that resonates within me. I now have a mind of many doorways, which gives me +2 mind protection.
Great. Yeah, definitely won't have to deal with mind stress, though. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you. Definitely, there are not going to be any problems for that. It's going to be fine. So
Well, you say that in a way that makes me think you think it won't.
Yeah, well, we'll do that. Let's see here. Outis.
Oh, hello.
Yes. You did rescue an NPC from trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I have 2, and I'm a little indecisive on the second one, but I know the first one is I'm adding another of the minor ones beneath the Fire of the Red King. So I now have Words of Flame. So my unarmed attacks now start at D6 rather than D4.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And I mean, it's one of those things where I don't know if this is going to be a waste since I don't know what we're going to be facing. But I actually think I'm just going to flesh out the rest of the Fire of the Red King thing. So I think my other one is going to be Coin Gold Blood. I gain protection 5 against stress marked due to flame or heat.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Well,
so Outis is heating up.
All right.
Flames on the side of your face.
Very good.
No, everybody else is, but close.
Garanhon.
Since we've reached terminal in tier 3, so finally, I have chosen to take Get Behind Me, means any ally within arm's reach of me gains +1 blood protection thanks to my intervention, and once per situation, I can bellow an order and remove either D4 blood or mind stress from a nearby ally.
Ooh.
So doing some support. Very nice.
Yep. I feel like
none of my abilities help anyone else.
Well, they help them be on fire, so
that's true.
Cool. And then let's see here. We have I think it's just Rakk.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, taking out the worm has made me a little less normal. So I'm taking Inhuman, which I now have +2 blood protect resistance.
Oh. Okay. Very good.
So you literally hardened up.
Yeah, I'm a little. I'm not exactly total null right now.
I think the in-universe explanation for why Outis is slowly becoming more and more heat-based is he's trying to channel mystic energy into his body to melt the implant in the back of his neck. Just hasn't worked yet.
Give it time.
Fine, my blood is molten and it doesn't work. God damn it.
All right.
Are you still standing?
What do you mean? I'm not tired.
No, Aaron, the real question is, why are any of us still standing after everything we've been through?
I mean, I think you're mostly adrenaline-based now.
And, metal bones and whatnot.
I'd actually imagine maybe Rakk's blood protection takes the form of, he was so coated in debris and basically shrapnel from the worm tearing through the briar and going over the cliff, that there's just all this embedded like bark and dirt and stones.
The worm blood has been gluing
and
armor,
actually,
like items.
Also, in some parts, the worm's flesh that I've torn off.
Bits of the worm's flesh. The worm's blood is the glue. Yeah, I like that.
He's more worm now than gnoll.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I fucking love it.
Yeah. So
I only wish I could go more worm.
And Valanthe has just been communing with the heart a bunch, so of course weird shit happens.
So speaking of Valanthe,
I don't know what you mean by weird shit happening.
It's all very normal.
So Outis,
You're perfectly fine.
And Valanthe, you've gotten back to the River of Blood, and you've boarded back on the apparatus. Captain Vernon Blackclaw's there. He sets off. I assume you explain what happened to him and that you need to get to the source, the river. You need to get to the end of the river as soon as possible.
We got to hurry up. Bad stuff happening up ahead / down.
Vernon. Well, I'm going as fast as you can, but you know how fast this vessel goes.
Sail.
It doesn't sail. I mean, the only thing we can do is, I suppose, try to. I mean, it's too bad Garanhon isn't with us. He's an expert with technology, but
what kind of pirate do you be?
I know technology.
If you can't make or sail.
So Outis, you realize, you can make this. You make the apparatus go faster, especially if you're willing to take certain risks.
Whoa, I like risks.
Yeah. So, and also with your new abilities in mind,
let's fire up those engines.
You can fire those engines up quite literally with your hot hands. First give me a min plus technology check to figure out the most way to provide additional power to the engine through your
Ross is forcing me to use DiceBot because he doesn't trust me.
I just think it's more dramatic if we all see the results.
Is it though?
Yeah, also I want to put this game entirely in DiceBot's. Not entirely, but a lot in DiceBot's hands.
All right.
I think it's very appropriate to put your fate into the hands of an occult entity such as DiceBot. It is
the wicked.
You're lucky
creature
I can't say no right now.
Yeah,
controls
You know what I
I
mean.
realized that I blessed my dice with an occult. Never mind.
yeah.
My dice have always been an occult entity.
Okay.
DiceBot immediately says "fuck me."
All right. So steam hits you in the face. Well, actually, there you open up the engine and fire lashes out at you. But of course, you do have 5 fire protection.
That is true.
Yeah. You don't know you know a brute. I mean, for free because you have the min and skill. You do know one way of doing this, which is to put your use your fiery hands and blast the engine or put them in the furnace and just create additional heat. This will, of course, be an endure plus technology check. And that if you get
okay. Can I cast my Frenzy of the Sky Court so that I can give myself endure?
Yeah, you can.
All right, yeah, let's do that then. Back to DiceBot.
I'm going to continue to harangue the captain as if this is his fault.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
8. So I cast spell.
Yeah, you do. You have the endure skill now. And
All right. Time to do thing. So it was endure plus technology. Okay.
You're basically, you know that scene in Fury Road, those multiple scenes in Fury Roads where someone gets out under the hood of a car and
climbs into the engine.
Yeah. Well, sprays gas into the engine to give it a little boost. You're basically doing that, but instead of spraying it, you're just shoving your hands in there and throwing hands, quite literally. Yeah.
So Outis does a rail of magic coke and jams his hands into the thing.
Yeah, and due to your protection from your heat, you don't even and your success, you will not have to worry about taking any actual stress from this. This is fine.
This will give you a boost.
Yeah. So Valanthe, the only thing left to do is to try and get the river to move faster, or to move obstacles out of your way. This would be tapping into the heart. The heart gives you what you desire, and so this would be basically as a witch and with a connection to the heart. This would technically be more of a compel plus occult or cursed, or how would you try to persuade the heart that you really, really want to get to Terminus really, really fast?
Well, what it's going to look like to the pirate captain is me shoving him out of the way, just kind of going, incompetent fool. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. Stick my hands into the river of blood, because it is the blood of a titan.
Mm-hmm.
This heart, it's time for you to beat the proper way.
What skill are you rolling? All right. You have compel?
Well, I'm rolling occult.
Okay.
And compel.
Okay, you do have compel. Okay, good. See? And Dicebot liked it. So with a 10, the river surges, but it goes faster. The apparatus starts shaking. Vernon starts tightening bolts and doing everything he can as some leaks spring in the apparatus, as the sheer force being hurled against its mechanical body is it wasn't meant to withstand this kind of stress, but it's Vernon is doing his best to hold on as the debris, there are dams of bones and bodies blocking your path, but they are obliterated by the surge. You go tumbling down the river quite fast.
We flushed ourselves down the blood river.
Yeah.
If I were to just venture just a thought for those fan artists out there who are going to draw this scene later. So Outis is in the back, absolutely wreathed in fire and not being burned by it. I am in the front, looking like Carrie immediately after the dumpening.
Mm-hmm.
Crazed look at Gnoll. And I just do not care about being spattered in all of this blood.
Yeah, we got Carrie and we got Firestarter, so classic Stephen King all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Indeed.
So you'll catch up to them actually fairly quickly. But they have arrived first, having taken the shortcut down the side of the cliff, and having departed from Cairnmore.
Curse you, gravity.
Yep. Garanhon and Rakk are on the pathway leading into Terminus. The Terminus is a massive dome. The worm's body has crashed through a part of it.
It was a massive dome.
It is still a dome. It's just a dome with a hole in it. It as big as the worm is. Terminus absolutely is much larger than the worm. It was the heart, the core. It was the Terminus Station of the Vermissian network. It was where all trains wound up. Sooner or later, it was the heart of the Terminus network, or of the Vermissian network. It is the site, the object of pilgrimage for all Vermissian knights at one point or the other. And as you're walking down this long stone pathway that has been carved, leading to the double doors, which are ajar, by the way. You begin noticing signs that you are not the first Vermissian knight to reach this place. In fact, there are banners awkwardly placed, of the 18th pilgrimage expedition. There are carvings. There are impromptu shrines to fault the knights who could not make it. There are tents and small shanties set up alongside the paths at various ways. And as you get closer and closer, you see more and more signs of these. In fact, it seems a lot of Vermissians over the years have managed to reach this place. But you've never heard of any. You only heard of maybe two who have actually gone there and actually come back to tell the story. So this is a bit surprising to you. And so many made it so far, but so few have made it back to your kind, to the knights.
So to tell the story, so that they just ended here.
Well-
does it look like any? Are there any discarded armors or things that look like there have been a battle or something?
No signs of battle. There is occasionally a bit of scrap, broken tools and equipment, and broken armor plates, but no bones, no bodies. Nothing to indicate any kind of conflict had happened here. Rakk, your senses do not detect. The only blood you can smell is the worms, and it is getting.
That's
But
still delightful.
yeah, but you would be able to tell if there were other scents of blood. As strong as the worm's blood is, you would know if there had been a major battle or something along the way. Maybe a duel or two, but
I'm only sensing worm meat here.
yeah. So it is a long but straight path to the station, but eventually, as you start seeing more and more of these signs, you see the double doors open, and there is a. But you begin to, as you get close enough to the double doors, you do see a lone knight resting against them. He has a pole arm in hand, a mechanical ear spoon, a traditional, a very old school Vermissian weapon, but he is standing guard, and is, but apparently he's taking a nap.
Just kind of call out to him as much as I can to see if he's wait up, brother.
How close do you do when you do that? How close do you wait and do you get comfortable? Like, you see him from quite a ways off. Like, are you yelling as loud as you can to hear as soon as you see him, or are you waiting to your like shouting distance?
Probably shouting distance, at least probably about, let's say, 10 or 15 yards, mainly to get it's like give a comfortable space, but also allow him some breathing room if necessary.
He shakes awake. He staggers up. Who goes there to our holy place, the Vermissians? This
one of the order.
Another of our brothers has made it. Oh, but who is your companion? Do you vouch for that blood-soaked thing?
This is Rakk, and we have two other friends that are. That's like that are part of our delving party who are coming down here. But I hate to tell. I hate to rush this, but we have an emergency. A great worm has breached the terminus.
He looks up and he's like, "Oh, yes."
I mean,
things are shutting down.
I thought that
he was dead. I'm pretty sure he was dead when he fell.
Yeah, that's
not the point.
Well, it's we can't use this as an excuse to get rid of procedure. You'll have to be welcomed in properly and formally. Fortunately, there's no line that I can see. There's no one. You're first in the queue. So
where is everybody else?
Oh, they're inside, of course. Everyone else has gone through customs and submitted the proper paperwork, of course. Now, are you two still approaching, I assume?
Just kind of waiting for at least a second, but I do want to make a discern roll to see if he is at all lucid. So
okay, sure.
With this, so I guess discern plus technology or anything else.
Yeah. That would work.
Got it. Critical.
Yeah, he is lucid. He's not like imagining things, and you can also hear actually in the distance. You've gotten close enough that you can hear past the doors, and you can see the sound of like arguing, not just like two people, but like multiple people, like a rowdy courtroom or some sort of. It reminds you of going into a one of the city hall back when you were in Spire and going through one of the lower courts where people were arguing their cases in very close quarters. Just a lot of people yelling angrily at each other. So
okay,
he says, "I'll of course you can come into the welcome area we've made up. Of course, we since Sir Darlington was the first to reach it, he set precedents for how to welcome in others Vermissians, and we have to give you the right clearance.
Clan, they're legendary.
Yes. So double doors, you walk around into them, and you can see actually a huge hallway. You can tell this was normally like basically used Grand Central Station of the Vermissian network. So it's like, massive hallway with multiple corridors leading to, different trains. But they've set up a queue system. They built a sort of they built basically kind of like a bank Windows teller where there are Vermissian knights in various lines, and there's other Vermissians knights who are processing paperwork, and they're arguing about cases. There's an appeals court over there. There's then there's a little welcome kiosk. They have and all of these knights, by the way, look ragged as hell. All their armor is mostly in poor condition. They all have glazed looks over their eyes, and this is they're all older, middle-aged, or older. Some look positively ancient and decrepit. And
like my 6th birthday.
Yes. So a rather younger, well, by their standards, younger Vermissian comes up to you. Is like, well, welcome to Terminus Station. I'm sure you have questions. Congratulations on making it to this holy site.
I'm beyond words at this point in many more ways than one, but I know that there is it's like we stand on written procedure, but there is a issue right now. As I was telling your our brother at the door, a great worm has breached the dome of it's like Terminus. It's shutting down.
I'm sure there are multiple people who are aware of this, and I'm sure it's being taken care of. You understand? We've established our own court here to follow procedures. This is such an important site. We cannot risk improper research or experimentation or reverse engineering of any of the technology here. Thus, we must have safeguards, and it is simply too important to let recklessness control us.
Oh God, my bureaucracy sense is tingling, even out on the river.
Yeah. He goes, you must follow the procedures. If you have an emergency, it sounds like it's an emergency. We did hear a very large sound earlier, so perhaps that corresponds to that. But you must understand, it's much larger in here than it is on the outside, and it's very large on the outside. So it is positively mountainous in here. And that's we must be very careful not to break it. But we can take you to the emergency appeals court. Can
you take me to the conductor? That's at least the person who we need to protect.
You can't. We simply can't. It's too much.
Why?
This is Terminus Station. We're not worthy. We don't belong here. I gave up so much to be here. I don't deserve to see, after what I did to get here, I don't deserve to see the conductor. It's much better to do things safely. Yes, we have the safeguards, and we don't deserve to see the marvelous technology. I'm a monster. That's not you here for there.
Why are you? No. Why are you so? It's like afraid of this fight of your own one. Are you worried about being judged not worthy?
Well, there are hazards to this place, and
like what?
This is the only safe area there is. Beyond this, there are risks to your mental health, especially as a Vermissian knight. And you will not. We must take safeguards to make sure you are able to withstand that, and thus a few years of learning patience and mental hardening.
We don't have years. The terminus could collapse.
I was in such a hurry to get down here. I found my way down was barred by this this small community of scavengers in these shanties, and they were blocking the path. And I told them to get out of the way because I had wagons of equipment that I needed to get down there, and they lived there. So I burned them and got rid of them. And I was right, but
That's good.
yes, I went into there without the safeguards, and I don't think I'll ever leave this room. I can't leave the Terminus Station. I can't go forward. Yes.
Well, I apologize for at least that's like the hardships that you've taken and the choices you've made. But in this point, I can feel steady by that's like what I've done to be able to get here, and the fact that that's like we're saving this place for the good of all. I apologize for not standing on decorum, but we are going to proceed. If you could be so kind as to give the name for Outis and Valanthe and their descriptions. They will be coming in behind us in a mechanical conveyance called the apparatus. So we need you to point them in our direction.
No, you can't. It's not allowed. It's against procedure. It's not safe.
I take the sword and I put it point down to the ground, let it open up. If we only did what was safe, we wouldn't innovate.
No.
Safe is boring.
That's what the builders have to... Yeah.
And just kind of put it off to the side and start making my way past, I guess. Is it just roped off with velvet?
Well, there's also a lot of like broken Vermissian knights here that are in your way, and they may have they are all haunted, but by the looks on their eyes, but they are still a bunch of dangerous people with weapons. So you'll have to make some kind of roll to either convince them, outrun them. You have to do something. They're not just going to let you pass.
Would you allow a delve roll specifically to see if I could make my way through them? So without disturbing them.
You can make your way downtown.
Okay.
Yes, you can parkour your way across. That is certainly
okay. So bring it out. So so delve plus technology.
Sure.
Yep. Since I'm wandering through. Oh, come on. So actually, Rakk, did you have any delve abilities or?
Well, do I have that ability back?
I think you got healed at Granny's.
Yeah, I did. So I have it.
Yeah.
Do you want to assist with this to get us both through?
Hell yeah!
All right.
Hey, time waits for nobody.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Critical double.
Y'all doubted Dice Spot. Yeah.
That's like the path through broken armor lies here.
Yeah, you jump onto a bench and then leap onto some partitions and
with Rakk around on my armor.
Yeah, I mean you help each other up. It's tag team parkour. You're the Vermissians. None of them really have good reflexes. They're very tired. Or you're just they're lacking energy. And you're easily able to get around them. So you go down the hallway that he pointed that would lead you into the Terminus network proper, or Terminus Station proper. Meanwhile, Outis and Valanthe, the river of blood abruptly ends. And Vernon does, and basically the apparatus does a crab drift across the waters.
Turn into the
and slams into the rocky shore. Both of you are bounced around. Outis, you managed to turn your fists off before you set the interior on fire.
Yay!
And Valanthe, you managed to hold on, so you don't have to roll. But you heard a nasty crunch on the coming from the legs of the apparatus. As you all come to I'll give you one last check. Both of you can give me Valanthe, give me a discern plus cursed check to see how well you can guide the river to come to a stop. Okay, so you're helping. And then you yell a warning to Outis. Outis, give me one more endure check to see if you can turn the fires off without.
Mark went J drifting.
Yeah.
Mark.
All right, so some of the flame, you do manage to turn the flames off in time, so the crab is not totaled, and you don't take any damage from the heat, as there's a bit of backblast hitting you in the face.
Yeah, I'm a human heat sink at the moment.
Yeah. But there is still a nasty crunch coming from the legs. Vernon has the apparatus back up a bit, and you can survey the damage. You're basically sort of an ankle height water at this point, and the legs are pretty dented and banged up. The apparatus still works, but it's definitely going to need some repairs if it's going to go all the way back to tier 1.
Look, I will definitely help you repair that, but we got to make sure that whatever evil nonsense is afoot cosmically doesn't happen.
And
okay.
to be fair, Vernon, you are in the best place to fix it. This is Terminus.
Well, no, Terminus is down that path. It's about a mile or so away. Look at that. Yeah, there is a long stone path. I can't get it over any closer than this. It's
that's fine.
Yeah,
it's probably safer for you to not be like right by whatever is about to happen.
Yeah.
Yes, fix it here. And we'll be back. Don't worry. Or we won't.
I'll do my best.
But if we don't get back, then you won't have to worry about fixing it, because most likely everything that you know and love will be obliterated in a cult explosion of some sort. That's kind of the way that it goes, isn't it, Outis?
I hope not.
All right, come along.
So you two make it go along the same stone path I described earlier. There's more and more signs of other Vermissians reaching this place over time. No signs of battle.
Hey, Valanthe, are we sure it's a good idea for me to go inside the station at the moment after what happened last time?
Yes. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I mean, I'm coming down off a magic high, so I'm sort of on the downswing, and it makes me think that maybe cosmic forces will burst out of my neck again and fuck shit up.
Now, Outis, listen to me. A giant worm has already crashed on the dome. They're going to need all of the mystical help that they can get. Why, they probably already have teams working on fixing it. If there is a safer place to be than inside of Terminus to help them fix that giant hole in the dome where the worm crashed through, I don't know where it is. They have something to take care of you, I'm sure. And if the cosmic forces do burst out of your neck, Lord forbid, I mean, I'm sure that the heart will provide.
Yeah, all right. I'm just,
so here.
Bad things is all I'm saying. We're followed by bad things.
Would you like a little bit of insurance? Here, drink this at the first sign of trouble. This is heart's blood. It will make you feel better.
All right. I like feeling better.
Well, wait. Why would they want to fix it? I mean, I think every home needs a wormhole.
You're not there.
I know. I'm just saying that from wherever I am.
I'm dragging you as I'm racing down.
Yeah. So let's see here. So you'll two make it in there soon. Valanthe and Outis. But meanwhile, you begin to see the. It opens up into the proper station. This tunnel opens up into the station properly, and it is. And you can already see this is the height, the peak of Vermissian technology. It is a infinite station. It is beautiful, gleaming machinery still running like clockwork. But the corridors and stairways and paths seem to branch out almost fractally. It is impossibly huge. It was obviously meant to be scalable to handle train traffic of any level. They were planning not this one train network for not just Spire, but for the entire, not just this entire planet, but this maybe other worlds, other timelines. Perhaps maybe they're something hubris. But as
an infinity station,
as you go through a tunnel, a low sort of half circle tunnel. There's a blue light in front of you, and stepping through the blue light is the man you met on the path down. The man you killed. Is this why you? And he has a blue tint to him. So you killed me.
At our tracks. So.
Yeah. So you killed me, so you could get here a little faster. Seems to be intact.
So, but we can't know this though. We have to find the conductor to make sure that it's stabilized.
It's stable.
I'm
enough.
sorry.
You're just a murderer who justifies his own actions through your own arrogance.
So what? That's like. So what would have looking at you? No. In this case, that's a snap judgment. And who are you to making? Just gotta stop for a second. Oh no. Are you who I just gotta look at you? You can't be him.
Who is he?
The conductor?
No, he is not the conductor.
All right.
Although he seems to look like the conductor for a split second. No, he is. But go ahead and give me a compel plus occult.
I don't have that, so here's my 1D. So nothing. No.
Oh.
All right. His words lands into you like a sword. It is you didn't hesitate to kill him. What does that say about you?
No, I did actually. I tried to convince him to move off to the
Not
side.
really that hard. Well, guilt ain't rational. That is going to be 7 mind stress.
So I actually, system-wise, I was kind of for the compel. Was that me defending against him?
Yeah. That was to use rhetoric. You were using rhetoric to say that you weren't. Okay. Yeah.
No, that was just more of a system question than anything else. So.
All right, and you have 5 blood stress. So.
I thought that got wiped out the last time.
Did it? Okay, well then.
I was pretty sure.
All right, in that case, you just have 7 mind stress. You feel, but you do not falter. Rakk, you see this as well. What are you going to do? Rakk?
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, is this some drama you're dealing with right now?
Are you asking me or him?
Oh, you first, but I'm guessing there's drama here. I mean,
I feel like Rack's not going to feel any guilt. He eats people.
Bitch, I eat people.
So what we have had us done in this great test, whoever you are,
walk up. Yes.
You want me to kill someone? I'll kill someone for a test.
Just putting my arm out. So, and who are you to administer this test?
You're not worthy of being here. You're not worthy of being a Vermissian knight. You're just a murderer and a monster, like all the others. That's what you are.
No, that's me.
See, you're repeating those words now, but I don't really. But it's like, despite my own at least other doubts at this point, which are annoying, I don't really believe you.
All right,
I think you're here as a stopper test. So I'm going to keep moving, and you can be in my way, and I will not kill you, but I'm not going to let you stop me.
All right, you walk through him. It disappears. He disappears from view.
Back at Rakk. You coming?
I'm not missing this shit. Are you kidding me? Yeah,
did you see anything else? Did you see anything else other than the old man?
I mean, there's the hole.
So, can we see the hole from where we are?
No. You see, you realize, this place is a maze. So the let's see here, but you do you've met the conductor before. So you do see signage, and you can see a sign pointing to the conductor's office. That maybe only you can see because you've actually met him before, but you can follow that.
Let's give the others a minute to catch up. So
okay,
hopefully we can type station here.
All right, so back to let's see here, Valanthe and Outis. The guard at the double doors is like, Who are you two? Why are you here? You're not Vermissian knights.
Valanthe, that's Outis. We are expected.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Did you not see like a metal armor guy and like a sticky black goo guy come through here?
You're with them. Well, go in. I'm sure they're in line.
Excellent, thank you.
There's a line.
Skitters.
Yeah.
Which way is he? Skitters.
All right. If you can use discern plus technology and Skitters as a bonus to try and figure out what happened here, Valanthe.
Use detective vision.
Yep.
Okay, so I recognize that bit of fracas over there as Rakk getting a little bit upset and using his right foot to boot. That is a shield bash from one of Outis's. No, not Outis.
No,
That's from Garanhon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, there is a majesty to this violence. Okay, we go this way. We go this way. It's a lovely dance. Follow me.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I'm going to have to lead, so I'm going to have to be Garanhon. Pardon the scowl. You're going to have to be Rakk, so I'm going to need you to loosen up and feel a little bit more joie de vivre.
I give Valanthe a hug and then proclaim that I am hungry for human meat.
All right.
And then we step through the dance and follow through exactly which way that they went.
All right, that
So
is
you would be like, it feels like I'm looking in a mirror.
Delve plus technology, and I'll give you a master die for that wonderful bit of narrative description and Skitter, and also you rolled a 10. So, all right, yeah. That what seems to have been enough.
I was gonna say I'll aid in that, but apparently that is not needed.
Yeah. So yeah,
Ross, you brought this on yourself. You made me use this.
Yeah,
dice.
no,
You know this,
yeah.
right?
I don't hear you all talking shit about DiceBot ever again.
Oh no, we will.
I don't have to be self-consistent.
Yeah.
Now, I admit this DiceBot has given us many ups right now, but the last couple times it's been really stingy. So.
I know. That's the fun in it. You don't know what's going to happen.
True of regular dice too.
It's better than even sharp edge dice. These are the sharpest of virtual
Ross,
dice.
the brain worms have gotten into you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Totally random.
So
Totally random.
So the four of you do reunite. Let's see. Outis and Valanthe. You actually, as you step forward, a blue light comes on, and it reveals. Let's see here. It's Frederick. And it's like, you've killed me. You killed me. You destroyed my house, and you.
Well, no, the house killed you. You were swallowed. And then once the house was betrayed to someone else, I freed you from being tied to the house forever. How's that not clear?
It's a lie. Don't listen to it.
Frederick, if you were going to try to intimidate me with a dead body, you should have gone for the first one. And I remember the last words that my mother ever said to me. She said, if you're going to use a poison, use one that's truly infectious. About 3 seconds before I stabbed her in the heart. Now, you are just somebody who died. To me, you're a Tuesday. Move aside.
All right. Yeah. You don't even have to roll.
We just sort of dress him down and then jaunt on by.
Yeah, it doesn't really work, but it was more incidental. Yeah. So there's still some bugs to work out in their guilt ray.
That was weird.
Yeah. So.
Oh, hey,
was
guys.
that supposed to be effective? I'm sorry. Does that hurt people?
People who have a lot of interpersonal experience don't really know how to justify people who have a different place on the moral spectrum, I would say. I don't think their emotional math is calculated in as a broad and flexible a way as they probably would want. It's just meant to guilt people like you're on.
Guilt. What a crazy human emotion.
Yeah, although it
Otis
works really
notes about ocean math.
Yeah. Although it works really well in general on, say, I don't know, obsessive types who quest for a place and are willing to pay any price to reach this place. Maybe those kind of people would build up a lot of traumas and things that they feel ashamed about that would be really effective fodder for a weapon like that.
No, it makes sense. It's just that it's targeted to a very particular group, which is, to be fair, the kind of group that would be looking for this place. So I'm just trying to I'm making some notes about what could tweak to make that into a more interesting. Never mind. Because what if I like magic and technology. It's cool.
Yeah. So the four of you reunite, and with Garanhon's ability to read the signs, quite literally, it doesn't take long until you get to the conductor's office. As you navigate basically an infinite maze of train stations and technology, marvelous
I love
machines.
fractals.
Yeah.
I was reading a really good book about fractals when I first realized that I was never born.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a universe in which that happened here, but we'll find that out later.
So, by the way, Outis, your implant does feel a little weird. It feels actually a little cold.
Hey, Valanthe.
Yes.
Do you see anything weird back here? Pointing at my neck.
Do I see anything weird back there? Voice in the sky?
It's definitely a little discolored, a little like light blue, like different. The skin is definitely a little light blue, like yeah. So yeah, it is.
Hold still for just a moment. Rakk,
Yes.
I'm going to need a number 3 special.
Mushrooms or onions.
Onions. Would you get? Yes, let's use onions.
All right.
Distract him, Day.
Should I drink that? Should I drink that thing you gave me?
Well, Valanthe, you have men, so you know this will. If you try to extract the implant, it'll 100% kill Outis. That is why you have not done it so far. There is no way to remove it without removing his spine.
Is there a way that I can damage the implant so that whatever it's trying to do, it doesn't?
Well, you don't know what it's doing. You could make a mend plus a cult check to try and figure out what it's doing.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right.
Shit.
So, yeah, it's actually it's not doing anything except reacting in sympathy to something else it is attuned to that is in proximity to this place. It's like leaving, like, you know, how like a crappy radio or TV would pick up signals from a baby monitor, that kind of thing. It's unintentional. This is there's some sort of weak sympathetic signal leak to something else that is happening. It is not doing anything.
Okay, so if I had a little bit of god blood and
it's reacting to. Oh, that's not good.
So what I want to do is I'm just going to take some of the veins out of my arm, and I'm just going to implant them right around it to make a tiny little Faraday cage. That just
no! Don't do that! Don't do that!
Hold on. The veins will come back. It's fine.
No! Don't block the signal. What I'm saying is that if it's not doing anything on its own on purpose, that means that there's something. What's his name related nearby
Xarodoth.
That it's picking up. Yeah, I'm just not saying it. I'm just not saying the name.
Okay.
It's bad luck. So hold on. Let me walk around a little bit. Hold on a second. Garanhon, wait. There's something. The cult god is here or doing something.
Here?
Yeah. Valanthe, keep an eye on the back of my neck and just follow me around. I want to do a little bit of like a circuit and see if I can tell when it tell me when if it changes or if it seems to be doing more or less.
I can do better.
So basically,
than that.
I'm trying to do like a cheapskate triangulation, essentially.
Okay, Skitters, stay right here on his back. If that thing does anything at all, just forearms up and wave. Watch the spider, Rakk.
Okay. So you all, with this in mind, you don't have to roll. That was a pretty good way of doing it. You actually, what you realize, oh, there's a strong point over here. You walk over here. Wait, there's a strong point over here, and you walk over somewhere else. Oh, wait, there's another strong point.
Oh, that's that.
There are. It seems that there are 3 strong points that it is resonating with.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay, well, that seems real bad. Should we go and talk to your conductor, or should we investigate the strong points and see if we can interfere with them? Or I don't know what to do. This is bad.
Honestly, I'd rather talk to the conductor first to see if we have another clue, and if this is the case right now, hopefully he has more information.
Yeah, no, I'm good with hoping. Hoping is good. I'm a positive person, and I'm hoping things. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Hurt to help.
Now, I'm not very good with technology, so I can't really say for sure what it would look like if something happened here. But I'm sure that those other Vermissian knights around would probably know a thing or two about technology.
They cannot be trusted right now. They are in essentially a mental torpor of their because of either their own guilt or interactions with
the things that they've done.
Interactions with that projection. So,
that's right. Vermissian guilt. Yes, I get it.
Staring at Valanthe for half a second. So, anyway, but yeah, I'll move along the signage towards the conductor.
Okay, we'll just make a note of where the scary places are, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
So map those out as needed.
In general, there seems to be one spot that is high near the top of the dome, one in the middle, and one towards the bottom.
Okay, I don't like that.
Yeah, roughly.
I'll make a note of all three of them.
Mm-hmm. So the four of you continue on, and it's not too long until you come to a very normal-looking wooden door with a little glass window on and saying "conductor" on it.
Oh, is it like frosted glass with a nice little font, like stenciled on it?
Well, that was like a proper conductor's office.
Yeah,
nice.
What, again?
Nice oak paneling on the door.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, we can't refenestrate for this. I mean, let's knock first.
It's giant gauntleted hand on the door.
You hear a kindly old voice say, "Come in."
Open the door.
There's the bell little rings, and you come into a very warm and cozy looking office. There's one massive workbench. With various intricate, just top of the line tools and components, gears and wires and levers and that sort of thing. There's a middle table.
What about knobs?
Lots of knobs. The best knobs. There's a middle work table with schematics and reams of paper. And then there's another desk on the opposite side, far into the wall room, where an old man dressed as a conductor is looking over a ledger and looking rather worried. But he smiles. He looks very tired.
Yeah.
Leaning over Garanhon's shoulder. Is that conductor-looking guy your conductor?
Is this the man I remember?
Yes.
Yeah, knee down, sword flat on the sword on the ground. Just
he's going
prostrate.
So I'm stepping back.
Going down so hard that it probably shakes the floor just a little bit. So
Yes.
I don't bow.
Yes.
I'm sorry to that's like interrupt your time. We would not have come if not the most dire need.
I know, Garanhon, I know. I am glad you were able to make it here. There may be some hope from us yet.
So, are you aware of that's like the breach in the Terminus?
Yes. It seems.
So
you may not understand what is happening. I think I've solved the riddle of that. Xarodoth, this being, this
Twitch
demon. He used this poor man over here, Mr. Phyz, I believe,
hello.
as his pawn. But no puppeteer only has one puppet. He had several. There was a blind hunter, and who bade, I believe, Mr. Rakk here to make a weapon. This weapon was,
oh no, that's bad.
This weapon actually infected the worm, which was bred specifically as a guard animal for the station, to prevent powerful entities from taking it over. And it became the new vessel really, for Xarodoth. And with that,
so we played right into his hands.
Well, you didn't have a choice, and I believe Valanthe's presence here means that the heart desires this in some way, because Xarodoth is now in this reality. It is now vulnerable. It can be killed. It can be stopped once and for all. In this period of this, it is as weak as it ever can be. But it is, it wants, this station, this power, it wants its very name to become magic again. It needs the power the train network to reach all of reality, because the train network reaches all of reality. It is an antenna, so Xarodoth can do that. But he must first make itself a new body to send the message through this antenna.
And how can we stop that?
Well,
I killed the worm once.
Well, the worm is transformed into a new body for Xarodoth, and it is.
No, it's a transformer.
It was a catalyst, so.
Yes. There are 3 parts to it.
Oh, yeah. No, we I show him my notes for the thing. Oh, yeah, we triangulated stuff. See?
Finding it was I couldn't. It's hard for me to track it. I had no signal to track it with, but I guess Mr. Phyz here is our
I mean, that was mostly Valanthe noticing stuff. I just did the walking.
It's like it was all. That's again. It wouldn't have been possible without you. So
you
don't
must
put yourself out.
Go to the 3 parts and of its body and destroy it somehow. If I have no idea what it would look like or how to do that. But if you,
Fortunately, we happen to have the world's greatest hunter, don't we, Rakk?
Look, I'll hunt anything, anywhere, anytime, and especially if I get to eat them, and I will eat this guy.
Oh man, Rakk, you missed it. While you guys were coming down the cliff, I hunted some stuff. I felt really good about it.
I'm covered in God's blood.
You're getting a hug.
What? Oh, okay.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Not to act presumptuous, sir, but if there's anything that we might be able to take with us from you that could help it out, that would be most appreciated.
Oh yeah, tools for poking gods to death, I guess. Or things that we can make weapons out of. I'm good at making stuff.
Well, for you, I'll give you here to Garanhon. He hands a small machine. I call this a radio. It is a device in which you can communicate from great distances. If you can describe to me what you see, I may be able to figure out how to hurt it. I have no idea what form this body would take, but it is certainly. I can provide advice. I can advise you. So he hands you.
Then we can. Very appreciated, sir.
Yes. To you, Outis. Yes. What is it that you? I'm not quite sure what I could do to help you. But I. Well, I suppose.
I don't, if we don't necessarily know what we need yet, I might just ask that if we can get more information about them, I might be able to use
radio it in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I might be able to use some of your tools and stuff to help make the stuff that will. I mean, so the out of character, the thing I'm going to refer to here is that I have the rust and iron thing that allows me to make equipment better, but also dangerous and unreliable.
Yes, certainly I can provide additional weapons and support. If you there's pneumatic tubes throughout the train throughout Terminus that I can send to you any number of machines, tools, and here's a toolkit. So you can do that. So yeah, he'll give you a master die whenever using that toolkit. So yes, and Mr. Rakk here, you're a hunter of some kind.
I've been known to hunt things on occasion.
Well, do you? I see you have a fine bow.
Well, he had a fine bow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I do have a mechanical, a crossbow that loads itself.
I was like, my eyes go wide, like, always wanted one.
All right. He hands it to you. It is D8 ranged, and what does it do? I'll give it one more tag. Let's.
Can it be pump action just because I want it?
Oh yeah, of course it's pump action.
Fuck yeah, it is. I was like, they should have sent a poet.
Oh, it has piercing on it as well.
Of course it does.
Mm-hmm. Valanthe, well, I can.
I'm going to ask him a question.
Yes.
In the drow language and see if he answers it.
He does.
Since no one else in the party knows it, this conversation will take place in drow. I'm sending you a note.
Okay.
Ooh, sneaky.
Yes, I believe I can actually do that. He nods to you.
You might want to make a note there, Ross. For
oh yeah.
No, I love this stuff.
All right. He grants all of you that request. And yeah, so there are 3 hotspots, 3 places: top, middle, and bottom. You're equidistant to all of them. Not going to make it easy. You have to choose.
I would say let's at least starting in the middle and radiate outward. So,
Well, I was thinking if we take it top to bottom or bottom to top, that would be better because we want.
Yeah, otherwise, like, we'd end up going a longer distance between the last one, or between the second one and the last one.
no.
If we started in the middle, we'd then have to go top or bottom, and then from there, we'd have to go all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom. So that would...
That's at least the possibility out there, but also there might be a core situation here, is what I'm thinking. So,
So you definitely want to strike for the heart.
But don't.
so this is a group vote. So,
All right. Well, there's 4 votes. So what are you voting for, Garanhon?
center. So,
Center. Okay. Outis, what are you voting for?
I go top. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Rakk, what about you?
I mean, I'd go for the center as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
we can split the group. That's probably not a good idea. So,
definitely not. Valanthe.
Not in the finale.
Yeah.
And I don't want us to fight. I don't want us to argue.
Nah, I'm for center if that's what people want to do. I just just distance wise, I'm just Outis is like scratching notes in his notebook. I'm worried about angles and distances. It's fine.
It's okay. We'll run. We'll run very fast.
All right.
So you're with 2 votes to the center. That is where you're going to go. So you head to the heart of the problem, as it were. And you find after navigating again an infinite fractal train network, train station, you even have to do some gravity defying as you walk on ceilings and along lateral walls, and have to leap across a few trains, all in a day's work for all of you. And you are as you enter into the chamber, you get in proximity. You can palpably feel your implant resonate with this, Outis.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So all of you make an endure plus curse check as you are hit with a wave of energy as Xarodoth is manifesting in this chamber.
My spine feels weird. Don't like.
Yeah. And it's going to be risky for you, Outis.
If that is the case, I don't think I can do anything. I just get hit.
No, you roll a d10, and if you get a 10, you succeed.
Oh, all right. I fail.
okay.
I succeed.
All right, so Rakk and Garanhon succeed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Valanthe and Outis fail. So Valanthe, that is going to be 5 echo, and Outis, that is going to be 4 echo. Valanthe, do you have echo protection?
In a sense, I do, because I can use my ability called In the Blood, which I think it's In the Blood. Hang on. No, it's called Crucible. At any time, I can roll a d6, and if it's equal to or under my current echo stress, clear that much stress and roll with mastery on my next action.
Okay. We'll go ahead and
So since it's echo.
So you have 5 to deal with. All right. You clear all of it before... Actually, I'll say that hits before you take... you trigger as soon as you do that. So, and so, you get mastery on your next roll, or is it for the rest of the scene?
It's mastery on my next roll.
Okay. So that's... So this time you do that. Now, for you, Outis, you have 2 mind stress and 6 supply stress. And
Wait, no, I don't.
Okay.
I got wiped.
Okay.
At least it is on my sheet.
Okay.
I usually track it pretty carefully.
Yeah. I'm sure you did. You're right. I didn't track it. Real well. All right. So you just have 4. So you're fine. You have 4 echo stress. It's fine. Yeah. The energy is real bad. And what you see is a massive factory that has just flesh oozing through it. in two main veins. This is the flesh of the worm is transmuting into the flesh of Xarodoth and is corrupting the machinery of this factory section of Terminus. It is absolutely massive in scale. It is a Geiger painting as a landscape on an industrial hellscape. It is beyond like
hold on a second. I gotta go reread Thomas Ligatti's The Red Tower.
Yeah.
By the way, Ross,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to go just like my 13th birthday.
That's a good number.
Oh, I remember that one. Your mom made the flesh cakes.
It is.
I was looking at this thing like, I love you, Mom.
Yeah.
It is divided in two main trunks. And from this overlook on this catwalk section, as you get into it, you actually have a very good view of the place. It is actually taking the section of sort of the rough shape of two arms, as you're overlooking this industrial. Think of like you're at the top of a mountain overlooking a massive valley as far as the eye can see. This is like dozens of miles of factory, and they're forming two arms, each the size that are miles long. So yeah, absolutely huge.
Don't love that.
Yeah.
I'm just that's like relaying all this information in meticulous detail to the conductor through the radio. Just forgetting every once in a while to hold until he tells me to take my hand off the button because he can't respond.
This is beyond something that the four of you can affect on your own. I'm afraid any damage you do is going to be too minuscule to fight it. I believe you'll need an army to affect change. So unfortunately, I wish there are so many Vermissians here, knights here. Unfortunately, they are mostly broken souls. But I don't know what kind of speech maker you are, but you must rally them. If you give them a shot at redemption, I believe they will throw themselves at this. I doubt many of them would survive, but I know that they're master engineers all, and they could all sabotage this beyond redemption, even for this godlike being.
Hey, Ross.
Yeah.
So I did have a question particularly because I know we saw the Terminus beforehand, but since we found out this thing about Xarodoth and everything, could that count as a discovering like a cosmic secret or a massive secret about the universe? It kind of comes to my mind there, like I know that this is there because and would Zenith ability, since it's the last one, be okay to actually try to use one now?
Yeah.
Or
which one?
That will kill you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I just kind of think about that too because there's just a torpor, and I come to the realization going, I don't think there's any other way. And
which one is that?
End of the line. So basically, this is working out right now. Basically, I can we've used a unique landmark, basically something here. So but I can't leave this one. So instead of it, basically, if you want to converting myself into working with the conductor to basically become the collective will of the Vermissian Knights. Hook me in as right now, utilize me, but to basically motivate them back into a fighting force.
Okay, yeah. A lifetime of searching has paid off. You've discovered what you've been looking for all these years.
The heart of my people. So.
Yeah.
Wait, Aaron, are you turning Garanhon into the matrix of leadership for fucking Vermissian Knights? Is that what you're doing?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. You can do that. Yeah. So let's see.
I did choose a Zenith call.
You did. And you get to that. So are you
just kind of looking back at the other ones.
I don't care. I will say there are two other points that you have to get. It's not just getting this one. This is not going to kill Xarodoth by itself.
If you want to throw yourself into the gears of eternity, that's fine. But we should probably check out what our other things we have to do are first.
True.
Probably.
But in this case, right now, this is at least a possibility, as it could provide you with the force to run interference. So, but we can look at
terrifying cosmic realizations do wonders to reshape the direction of your life. Trust me, I know. But for right now, let's hold off on that one. All right.
Okay.
Let's retreat from the giant god arms and do a little more scouting around, and then see what we can do with about army summoning and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I would say I will rule that using it in line would 100% take out the arms. You wouldn't. Yeah, it would definitely do that. And
burn one Garanhon.
But there are two other things to check out. So do you want to go
discard your Vermissian Knight to defeat God Arms?
Yeah. Sacrifice Vermissian Knight. Yeah. Send target God Arms to the graveyard. So do you want to go to? So Gare, how do you want to go, to the top or the bottom?
Let's go to the top. So
okay. So
that's where I wanted to go. Yay!
You head to the top, take an elevator here, an elevator that goes down but up at the same times. Sideways elevator. These moving stairs called an escalator. It's really weird. Definitely, evil sorcery at foot there. And eventually you come to a very quiet, like there's been noise even in the most quiet of places, the train station, the terminuses. There's always noise in the distance. You've never seen a moving train, but you can hear them, and there's the murmur of boots on tile in the distance, or machines clacking, or gears turning, or electricity crackling. There's always been something, but this is absolutely quiet. As you realize, Outis, now you realize you're coming to a threshold that will hurt.
That's familiar.
Yeah. So, now, do you want to warn your party? Do you want to take some sort of defensive action?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, warning party.
Yeah. You don't all have to go in to check it out, but...
Okay. You guys, just stand here for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through horrifying thresholds before and have not been completely killed by it. So I'm going to peek.
I'm so proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I, burst into flame or something, I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
If other things happen, it'll be bad. But flame, definitely good.
What does that shadow
You're very-
guy say?
He's very good at fire now.
That's true. But this is absence of existence, but that's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna peek past the threshold of existence.
All right, endure plus cursed, and it is risky for you because you have.
Oh, good. Yet again, not a thing I'm good at.
Yeah,
but fine.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know. I was taking the hit.
Okay.
1d. Fuck! So close.
So close. Let's see here. So this is going to be mind. Full 6.
Mind freak.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 10 total stress.
Uh-huh.
it's gonna hurt.
It is going to hurt.
Might not.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
hurts.
Damn it!
Could I have mitigated that some? Well, it would have helped. So
You would have to go through the threshold. I mean, unless it's like something you can do ahead of time, which I don't think. So it's minor mind fallout, which is fine.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all good.
So your mind is clouded. Your mind starts to shut down and attempt to protect itself. You can't think. You cannot gain extra dice from domains. Ongoing.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
And the shadowy person that's following you is definitely very close. But you feel a cosmic, intellect just consider for you a moment and just go, and kind of dismisses you in a very condescending way, but it just kind of, its presence just gives you this brain fog you can't snap out of. But you turn the corner, you can see into in a massive, very steel, austere room on a massive pedestal that is the pedestal itself is 10 meters in diameter, and on it is a brain that is connected to cabling and crackling with electricity. And it is considering all points of data, and there are 2 giant eyes slowly growing.
No,
Yeah,
don't like that.
but it is, So you can retreat back and report to your comrades. It does not. It considered you beneath its notice. Considered you
cool.
briefly and decided you could not hurt it.
Okay then.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess I will go back out. Oh, ow. Got brain fuckled slightly. Hold on. Brain. Evil brain. Big old evil brain, big old evil eyes, thinking evil thoughts. That's what it's doing in there.
Oh no.
So you tell the
Okay.
conductor, I assume.
Yeah, so reporting back everything that we're hearing.
So the conductor tells you, well, a mind like that, if it's still newly formed, he's not used to, if you can give it bad information or information it cannot process, unsolvable riddles, perhaps, it could be overloaded with such things. Of course, you would. I would doubt it would be vulnerable to physical harm. It would undoubtedly consider itself very vulnerable to that, and place most of its emphasis on protecting its meat brain. But it would not be susceptible to mind threats, mental threats.
Brain buckling.
Yes. Yes.
I have ideas. I have horrible ideas.
That must be nice. I can't have ideas right now.
All right. What do you want to do?
Did you know, Mr. Heart, Mr. Brain, that you can massage a heart to keep it moving when it stops beating? And music is often used as a way to do that. The two songs most often taught
Well, you have to
off-
go in the chamber and actually
Yeah.
threat.
Yeah, you guys have to.
Okay.
You'd have to cross.
You'll have to do an
threshold.
endure plus curse check to get to pass the threshold.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be out here if anyone needs me.
All right. Okay. So you do succeed at getting through the threshold, but you are lashed out as the mind considers you, and it hurts your brain. Meets. Geez, it is rolling high tonight. So let's see here.
That would be 2, or that would be 4, because
Okay.
I get to lose 2 of those.
Okay, very good. So yeah, you're fine. 4 mind stress after your armor. So yeah, you pay a price. Is anyone going with Valanthe? All right, Valanthe, go to solo this thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I can fuck a
Valanthe-
brain.
Yeah.
I seem to have a plan, and also I can't form full coherent thoughts right now. So thumbs up.
So in trying to outthink the brain,
someone
with
alive when their heart stops beating are staying alive and another one bites the dust. They both have the same beat, a song about living and a song about dying. How do you reconcile that? And while you're considering that, there's another song that has the same beat. Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo.
all right, that is going to be
I
a
will sing that song directly.
You're
at the
exposing
brain
it to a
until-
mimetic mashup hazard.
Yeah.
I'm going to get an earworm stuck so deep inside that brain that it is never going to get it out.
Okay. I would say that is going to be discern, definitely cursed, and this is going to be risky. So, yeah, go ahead and roll discern plus cursed to see in general how effective that's going to be.
Let's
To
see.
see if you can
is-
craft your earworm to such that it would irritate the.
I've got discern. I've got cursed, and I have the bonus mastery die because I just made my echo stress go away.
Oh yeah. Well, you needed it. Well, yeah, you succeed. It is definitely irritating. You have vexed it. It lashes out again. This time it sends waves of. It destabilizes partially. The rift in reality is going to cause echo stress. As 3 echo stress reaches you. Let's see here. That'll put you at 3 echo. Let's see here. That is going to hit you and wipe your echo stress with minor echo fallout.
Actually, I thought I had no echo stress at this point because it wiped when I had
Yeah,
the
but you
5.
roll against all of your accumulated stress. You also took 4 mind stress.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. We did get that wrong earlier in the campaign. So, yeah. So, you glitch out. You disappear. So, you will not be able to reappear until every other player's acted at least once. So, you've definitely weakened the brain, but other people are going to have to go in order to do something. I'll say the three of you do know that he has disappeared as a result of that.
Oh, that's not good.
Shit.
I will say that you do not. Once you pass through the threshold once, you don't have to roll again to go back in.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I think because I can have stabilizer, but I don't really have anything. Well, because this is it's primarily mind stress that's being affected, correct?
I mean, he just took echo stress.
Well, I mean,
or echo
here's
stress,
the thing. I could go back in, but I can't do anything.
I mean, it's,
like
you have to outthink it. Like this is a more interpretive, ambiguous thing. Any of you can try.
Well, no, my point is more a meta point of the fact that like if I can think of something to do, but I won't be affected by the barrier. But until I can clear that brain fog, I'm very unlikely to succeed at anything that I do.
Well, it's only you only lose one die from your domain from your cursed. I mean, you can also
Yeah, but that also does mean that at most I can roll 2, and if I'm attempting something that I'm not already skilled at, I roll 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm substantially less. I'm just listing out the like I can go in there and try something, but it's like it's risk versus reward. I can go in without risk, but the likelihood of reward is very low.
Mm-hmm.
Either of you can go in to try something, and you will risk, but also have more chance of being successful. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, if you wanted to come in with me and possibly assist because you had technology.
I don't have technology.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay, I'm sorry.
Not right now. My brain is damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I guess I could also go.
You don't need the domain to assist in this case. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But doing like a discern technology check to basically literally think about different, it's like different schematics that make up the multiversal tram system that is the Vermissian.
Schematics, like I mean, the conductor specifically said riddles. So
riddles.
Things that like. Not detailed schematics. It can process any amount of information of any complexity. It's information that contradicts itself or cannot be analytically solved. This is a left versus right kind of thing. This is like
then read off itself recursive algorithms, things that basically have no logical sense. And
you could use discern.
Discern technology for that.
Yeah. First, you need to make an endure plus cursed.
I can. So, all right. Were you coming in with me, or are you staying out here?
Yeah, no, I'll go along. Let's see what happens.
Do you have cursed and it could help me?
I do. I don't have any domains right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. You have to have something in your pocket.
I have lots of things in my pocket, but I don't have anything in my domains.
All right, let's see.
See, I was just going to. I mean, if you would like, I could just explain to it the Munchausen trilemma and the reason that we can, in fact, never know anything. But
no, after leaving me hanging, it failed. So,
all right, 1 mind stress for you.
Boo!
Mind or echo?
Mine. Just this is crossing the threshold.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna get nailed this time. So
yeah, you have 8 at this point.
I do.
Yep, and that is gonna be major. Might fall out as you behave in a weird manner, causing your companions discomfort. This functions as shaken any for etheric resonance. You surge with energy.
Boo! I want to do that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who are you going with?
It's me.
Outis was with me.
Sorry, raw magic boils out of you and into your. Into them, burning their skin and hair. You actually learn a spell from this. As you realize you permanently learn etheric scourge and you cast it at will. You take
also, I'm sorry, Ross. What did it say it did to my skin and hair?
Let's see here.
What was the word that it used? Did it say burn?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so your fire resist will apply to that, so it doesn't do any damage to you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So yeah,
Fire and heat.
Yeah. It burns out of you. So yeah, good job.
God damn it! I wanted to learn that spell.
So what's this?
Etheric Scourge. Mark 1d6 stress, mind stress to inflict 1d6 stress onto someone else.
That's not important here, but good to know in case you need it later.
Yeah, before I become the Matrix. So.
Yep. So you wipe all that stress. Good job. Yay. All right.
Nobody can get near me again.
No, you can cast it at will now. So
yeah, you can do that to whoever you want it done to. It just also does mind stress to you.
So now you can begin to think that, again. It's trying to. It's a classic. Yeah, make the 10. This line is true. 20. The line 10 is false. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think that a good go is to explain to it the Munchausen trilemma, which is that there is no way to know anything for certain, because in order to establish a base of knowledge, you have to be able to explain the basis of knowledge that base of knowledge is built on. So things are either eternally recursive, circular, and therefore cancel themselves out, or whatever the third one was. I forget.
Cool. All right. So with your assistance right now, we will try to confuse it.
It's not confusing. It makes perfect sense. Nothing can be knowable. And therefore, all of its attempts at conquering reality are futile, because it will never know if it has done so or if reality exists.
What I really got to know is, am I eventually going to be able to shoot with this crossbow?
No, that's a success.
Oh, yeah, 6. It's a, yeah.
I really want to do that.
So you further destabilize it, and it continues to shudder as its mind begins to ferment and go into overdrive. But as a result, both of you will take 1d6 echo.
Okay.
It is, it's starting to heat up in the room and, more becoming irradiated with magic. Yeah.
I am gonna. It's echo damage. Okay, never mind. So.
Yep. So that's 1 for you, Garanhon. And 3 for you, Outis.
Great.
Yep.
Which actually is 0 because I have my echo protection. So
okay, well there you go. And then Outis.
That puts me at 7.
Let's see. Here.
Maybe you can get my same spell.
Yeah,
no, that'll be great. That was mind stress.
You just have it. You just have more.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So it continues to stabilize. Now, Valanthe will not reappear until Rakk acts. So, Rakk, are you just going to let them? Are you going to come in, do the thing?
I mean, yeah, I
you know what? I'll give you a special hunt. If you cross the threshold, I'll give you a special hunt plus cursed to figure out another way to harm the brain.
Yeah, okay, I'll step in.
All right, endure plus cursed.
9.
All right, you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Nice. Hey, I heard there was a brain in here.
Yeah,
it's over there.
It considers you for a moment, and you're like, I don't care. And you don't give a shit if it observes you or not. Now give me a hunt plus cursed. All right.
9. Yeah.
You realize there is another way to hurt it, not just through riddles and information cannot process, but senses. It is if you can attune with a hunt. With this, if you attune yourself, you realize you can attune yourself to the thing it is subconscious. One of the reasons why it's so smart is it's actually telepathic and empathetic. It's sensing everything you know, and sensing everything that you sense. It is partially omniscient in this room, but it is a creature of pure intellect. At least the mind is, and so you need to overwhelm it with sensations. And so, how would you, remember the hunt? What is your most, sensory, overload hunt that you've ever experienced?
Oh, it's going to be, the first one I took with my mom when I turned 10.
Okay.
We actually, it was the first time we hunted an intelligent being.
Oh, okay.
And it was for a bounty. It was a very bad criminal that my mother was hired to kill, but she took me along.
Okay. And
we stalked him, making sure we filled him with terror, for an hour before we moved in for the kill.
And how would you channel those memories and sensations into the brain? Like, I'll be pretty interpretive, like pretty open to ways you can do that. But how do you picture Rakk being able to channel those sensations, those memories into the mind, into Xarodoth's mind?
Do it with is it like an actual physical brain?
Yes.
I'm gonna actually like purposely bite my tongue till it bleeds.
Mm-hmm.
So my mouth is filled with my own blood, and then I'm going to just bite into the brain with the bloody tongue to get my blood in its brain, because everything I hunt and kill, I take a part of it into me by eating part of it.
Okay. To do that would be a risky endure plus cursed check in order to force your way through the brain's mystic barriers in order to make physical contact with it.
All right, Dice Spot, this is going to be a really badass thing, and I appreciate you.
Now, someone can assist him to give a mastery die.
I do not have endure, so
I will go ahead and give it one for endure.
Okay. So you go shoulder to shoulder with Rakk to help him through the barrier. So you get an extra die.
8.
Unfortunately, this is risky, so...
Motherfuck you!
Yeah, it is high risk, high reward. So you will both take another d6 of echo. Actually, I'll say fortune, as you are shocked back.
Okay.
And that is 2 for Garanhon.
Okay.
And 4 for Rakk. So let's see here. Rakk, you have a lot of fucking stress. Let's see here. So this is the fallout roll for Garanhon. That actually. Yep.
It knows I have it knows I have my matrix.
Also for him, you're both very unlucky. But at this point, Valanthe pops back in because the glitch has ended now. So
try to bite
Valanthe, I have a thought.
Hold on. First off, Garanhon, your shield does break again because you can get it back at the end of this. Yeah, you can get another shield. You can get your shield repaired at the end of this the scene because the conductor can provide material support, but you do lose that shield for the rest of the scene. And let's see here, Rakk. Collateral. Next time you mark stress, a nearby ally marks the same amount.
Fun.
Yep.
I tried to do a thing, but it failed.
You did. High risk, high reward.
Because Dice Spot sucks.
Dice Spot has been... Man, Dice Spot was very nice earlier.
Yeah.
So Valanthe pops in, and you can fill him in.
Valanthe, I have a thought, but I need help with it.
All right.
I get what Rakk was doing. He's gonna overwhelm its senses or whatever with because of the mind overlapping stuff. But I think if you it would probably be like, I don't know, what was it, discern that you were using for implanting thoughts and stuff before. If you and I could implant the moment when I realized that I did not exist, that I was a fictive thing, no matter how self-aware I was not like that. That moment of my initial realizing of my own non-existence, and implant that over its awareness. That I want to do that.
That is just crazy enough. It just might work. Okay.
But I can't do it alone because it broke my brain again.
Don't worry. We can do this. It's just going to take a little bit of heart magic. This is going to be squicky as hell. You probably don't want to see this if you have a weak stomach.
It's fine. My stomach needs a workout.
All right, so Outis will be assisting Valanthe as Valanthe channels that instant, that memory. And so...
this feels like either a cult or cursed on domain.
Yeah, definitely cursed.
Grr.
Yeah, so discern plus cursed.
Plus me.
And this is risky, obviously, because... actually, no, because you're not physically going through the barrier. This is just a standard roll.
You know, I should probably put that in dice rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You also get a fourth die. Well, we'll count that, but like you go and roll your fourth die for, what do you call it? Outis assisting you. Because,
right.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
There it is.
Thank you, Dicebot.
Yep.
Yep. So
Dicebot merely demanded blood. We just had to give it a little bit of blood.
yeah. So that memory, yes, that is the ultimate 1 = 0 for the brain, as it realized it caused it, and it was not real and yet real at the same time. It starts shuddering, and it starts destabilizing. All of 4 of you flee before the room, and at this point, the Terminus Station starts shuddering a bit. It is you've killed the brain, but the body yet lives.
We should probably go see what's on the bottom floor.
Yes, very quickly.
So yeah, you get there actually almost instantaneously. Time and space are but a loose suggestion now, as everything is destabilizing until Xarodoth is trying to reform its brain now. As long as one piece exists, it can reform the other 2. So yeah, time is now a factor.
You Lavos little.
So there's no barrier to cross. There's no threshold. But you step forward into a boiler room sort of facility with a massive opening in the middle, and it seems like so you're sort of there's this massive pit of like the flooring is like steel grates. There's plenty of catwalks around. There's lots of pipes. Valves.
We found Freddy Krueger's home.
Yeah. But the pipes are becoming flesh. Intestines and entrails, to be particular.
We found Pinhead's home.
Yeah. This is the entrails of Xarodoth, the guts, the bowels, and they are alive, and they are not happy to see you. This is just a big old meat monster that you tell the conductor is like, oh, I think you can. Yeah, I think this is simply gross physical matter. I think violence might actually be the solution here.
Hooray! I love violence.
Yeah,
it's a good thing that we brought a lot of that. Rakk? Rakk?
Yeah.
I believe that this is your dance.
Probably you should all help.
Yeah, at least in one way or the other.
But this is going to be combat. This is fighting a massive. A thing steps out of it. It has an umbilical cord made of intestines, but it is a giant, about 15 to 20 feet tall, wielding a bloody, a flesh sword. It is. It is. Is a meat monster thing, and it wants to kill you. It really does not like you being here. You need to kill it. You need to just burn and hack and slash and rip it apart. Huge guts, rip and tear.
Rip and tear until it's done.
That's right.
Yeah, I feel like ripping and tearing the huge guts is what is in order.
Mm-hmm.
Huge guts.
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, go ahead.
I was asking anybody else before we get started. Does anybody else have a technology or cursed resource with them by any chance? So
the conductor gives you one. You can repair your shield.
No, it's not to repair the shield. I need to
you can get a D8 technology resource from the conductor.
Thank you.
But just one.
That's all I need. So
all right. Yeah. We'll start with Rakk. He has a ranged weapon. He can shoot his new mechanical repeating crossbow.
Say hello to my little friend.
Mm-hmm. Obviously the domain is going to be cursed or technology. Because guess what? This is really fucking cursed. It's also technological.
Okay.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to activate my usual spell that I use, I roll evade plus occult. But since I can't access any of my domains, can I just not cast the spell, or do I just roll 2 dice?
You use evade.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't have the domain, you can still do it. You just don't get that extra die. So Rakk, you definitely hit it. Go ahead and roll damage. Your piercing does pierce its armor.
6.
All right. Yeah. You sink your bolt into it. It bleeds. It screams, and it starts. Pistons, valves start feeding it steam. It's starting to limber up. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine.
It's like
I also have a ranged.
Yeah. Valanthe. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I also have a ranged with my spell, We're going to try to exsanguinate.
Guess what? You exsanguinate.
Oh, it bleeds. Rakk, thank you for showing me that. I can pull blood right out of it. Like this!
All right. Do you have armor piercing on that?
Yes, I do.
All right. So that does another 6 stress to it. What does it look like when you use your weapon on the meat man, on the meat giant?
Well, I just put a hand out and I pull it back towards me, and then the blood just kind of... It's like I'm being a blood puppeteer. The blood just pours right out of normally nose and mouth, but if it doesn't have those, I'll rip another orifice. It's
Hey,
fine.
new orifices.
Yay.
More orifices for all the baddies.
I love orifices.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Your village will burn like the heart of the sun.
So next up, let's see here. Outis, you have a ranged attack. You could use that if you wanted to.
I can't because I don't have kill until I cast my spell on myself.
Okay, we'll cast that spell then.
All right. Nope.
All right.
So I assume that's mind stress,
Yep.
or is it more echo?
It is mind stress. Yep. Let's see here. Don't you get a bonus for having a certain amount of mind stress? Oh, you only have 3 right
Only
now.
if I have any.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have any right now.
All right.
All I have is echo.
No, you don't. You take another mind fallout. It's minor this time though, so you got that going for you.
Yay.
Weird behavior. You do something unsettling that bothers normal people. It puts a useful NPC off of you, probably your allies too, immediate ongoing. So, yeah, what do you do that's weird?
Well, I attempt to cast my spell, and then my shadow literally steps up in front of me, slaps me in the face, and I fall over.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit odd. And finally, Garanhon, what are you going to do for your action?
All right. I assume is the etheric scourge that I just inherited a ranged attack.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what do I need to roll for that?
You roll mind stress on yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just give yourself a d6 of mind stress, and it does, what is it, a d6 of damage?
Yeah.
D6 of damage. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So I assume it has to get closer for my sword. So we'll just go ahead and open with that.
Well, I mean, you can charge it. It is definitely in charging range if you want to do that.
It's a charge. Okay, then I'll go ahead and charge it instead with opening up my sword.
Okay.
All right. And while I'm doing that too, I'm going to go ahead and hit overclock.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have to make fortune roll anyway, but it will the dragon killer will end up with a brutal tag. So
Okay.
right, so I'm going to go kill plus technology.
Okay.
Come on, hit true. Yes.
All right.
All right. So 2d10. I get to take the better one.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would be better, but at least 4 damage. So
All right. Do you have armor piercing on that?
I do not.
Okay. You do 2 damage to it then.
Okay.
As its armor does reflect some of that.
And let me go ahead and roll my fortune.
So that puts it at 14 stress. It's still up. Yeah.
1 fortune stress.
Okay. Just looking at your other thing. Yeah, you're fine.
Yep.
So that ends the first round. It gets fully energetic now, as it has been charged with energy, steam energy. It is now risky to fight this thing, and it starts showering you with boiling blood. So it has ranged attacks as well. So it can do stress from melee or range, although it does way more in melee, because it is a big meat giant full with very, very strong muscles. As as Garanhon is dodge rolling and slashing at its legs, like any good warrior fighting a giant, and the rest of you are shooting at it from ranged and dodging that.
Hey, I'm just sitting on my ass after a shadow duplicate of myself slapped me, so...
Yeah.
Because I'm apparently in a Marx Brothers comedy.
There's another version of you yelling at you that you're fictive and you're not even real. Why are you getting involved in these nice people's life and death struggle? Go back to being a character in a book, or perhaps a game of some kind. So it's very confusing to you. We'll start back top of the order with Rakk. I assume you're going to shoot your crossbow again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is now risky.
Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I miss anyway.
Doesn't matter. It hits you with some boiling blood for 3 blood stress. How much armor do you have?
2.
2. All right, so you take 1. Ow.
That
hurt.
smarted a little bit.
Yep. Let's see here. Unfortunately, you have 2 blood stress, 4 mind stress, and 4 supply stress. So that is enough stress to cause minor fallout.
No, that's major. If it's 8.
Oh, yeah, it is 8. So it is major fallout. So, yeah, you'll wipe out all your stress. Sorry. So, yeah, you wipe out all your stress, but you'll take major blood fallout. As you are...
All says no.
God, what is it with you and major blood fallout?
It does like to give you major blood fallout. You can... Yeah, you are going to be exhausted. You can make 1 more attack in the next round, and then you will pass out.
Just like my 11th birthday.
Yeah, the boiling blood. You basically dodge to get away from the boiling blood, and you slam your head on a pipe. And you see stars in your eyes. You can raise your crossbow to shoot 1 more bolt, and then you'll pass out. We'll do that next round. Okay. So, Valanthe.
All right. So I just need to point out that I picked up as above, so below already.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I no longer need a line of sight to use Exsanguinate as long as I've got, a simple token of that figure, like their hair, a figurine in their shape, a favorite item of theirs, some of their blood.
Mm-hmm.
And since there happens to be a lot of that blood handy, no more line of sight.
Okay.
I'm just going to make more blood pop out.
All right. Unfortunately, I say because of your ability, you will not take fallout because, yeah, you are sheltered from its boiling blood. But yeah, you unfortunately, you're unable to land an impactful blow on it. And it starts moving towards your position. It kind of realizes that someone's doing indirect fire on it. Actually, no, it's going to keep. Once it kills a Garanhon, it'll figure out that. But it's definitely going to try and kill Garanhon first. But yeah, you are protected. So Outis, you can go again.
Well, since I'm just kind of in rough shape, I'm going to do something that doesn't require a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to kick the shadow that was yelling at me in the nuts, and I want to say I may be a useless piece of shit, but my friends get things done, and then I'm going to slap a hand onto Rakk, and using Mark of the Weaver, once per session, I can fix someone or something in a matter of seconds that would usually take hours of careful work.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So strange ink creeps out of my fingernails and fuck your exhaustion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Rakk, you feel as though you've just been healed of a concussion in seconds. How does it feel like?
I would say it's a little it's like adrenaline and acid at the same time.
Okay.
It's like my brain's oh, we were just about to pass out, and now suddenly we're super hyper.
Yeah, sorry if everything looks a little weird. That's just what it's like connecting with me.
You're just super euphoric, actually, at this point. You feel really good about everything. Looking at the shiny lights are a little blurry and iridescent and kind of cool looking. You kind of want to look at a candle for a while, but that you can do that later. You got to kill this monster.
Okay, no. Kill a monster first, then I'm just going to look at my hand moving in front of my eyes.
Yeah. That's another good thing to do. And then finally, Garanhon.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and activate the core ability for Vermissian Plate. Immediately allow my armor to consume it. And I'm going to go ahead and roll a d8 on that to see if I can inflict stress onto it. Or onto the thing.
Our good friend.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The meat
come
man.
on.
Huge guts.
1.
So that just says 1 damage.
Yeah, that's.
There it is.
I was hoping it was going to do 8, but die spot. So
yeah, it doesn't have the brutal tag. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't take any actually because it has armor too.
Yeah.
So, but it you kind of. I'll say you don't trigger its attack ability, so you kind of dodge out of the way. So good job. It continues on as it starts initiating another power up. It actually steps back this turn. You realize it is actually wrapping more intestines around itself to get even larger, and 2 bone scythes are lowering onto its arms to be grafted on. So it's not going to attack you this round. But next round, we'll see what the round after this one, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, Rakk, you're fine. You can take another shot. It's not risky this round.
Like, woo!
Yep.
Hooray, I helped.
Now watch me miss.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't do that.
8, I succeed.
Yeah, that works. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay! 6 again.
All right, 6.
Damn.
Yeah, it's at 20. It's taken 20 stress so far. Valanthe.
It's like, I can literally see it fly through the air.
All right. It looks like Outis gave Rakk some of his magic dust. We'll talk about that later, but for now, exsanguinate.
All right. Yeah, you can't take stress this round, so go ahead and roll damage. All right, that's 3.
3.
And that's armor piercing. So it's taking 23 stress now. Very good. Let's see, Outis, what are you going to do?
Well, I guess I'll try to cast my fucking magic shit on myself again. Oh, wait, back to the dice roll channel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I make it kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I still take mind stress.
You do take mind stress. So that is 3.
That's 10.
Yep.
10 total.
Fuck. Oh, man. You're fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Great. So I have enough mind stress for it not to be useful to me.
Mm-hmm. But you don't take fallout from it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. And Garanhon, you can take another swing at it.
All right. Yep, we're going to do that with the big one. And hey, look, that's another use of my, that's like my major ability. So keep overclocking. All right, so let's see.
Yeah, how much fortune stress have you taken from that? I guess
just 1 right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, so you do this after that? Okay.
Mm-hmm, yes. Yeah, I'd like to see if it hits first. So before I.
Yeah, I guess. Fine. Fine.
Oh, yeah. Hit.
All right. Go ahead and roll stress.
All right. And this is on the brutal tag, too. So, well, can I do my damage before I do my stress?
Yeah. Do your damage.
Okay,
first.
cool. Thank you. Thank you.
It still does have its armor, though, so yeah.
That's fine. So.
2 either way. It's taken 25 stress so far. It is heavily wounded.
All right. And 1, so I only have 2 fortune stress right now.
All right.
Watch you roll it. God damn it, Ross.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. All right. Foreboding. Yeah, which is going to be great as it triggers into phase 2 of its fight. And this time
somebody's been playing Elden Ring.
Now all attacks against it are dangerous. And you're
good.
Melee range. You need to give me an evade plus technology check, and this is still dangerous as it swings its scything blades in a ballet of death.
I don't have evade, so I could try and endure if you don't mind. So,
yeah, I guess I'll allow endure. Yeah,
all right.
You block with your shield.
Yep. Well, I've taped together, so.
Yep. Unfortunately, that is not enough, as it is.
I also like to point out too, right now, that it literally is 911. I am in trouble.
Yeah, you really are. So it's going to inflict D10 blood stress.
Jesus Christ.
Only 3 though. Actually, no, it's going to have brutal because this is a boss fight. So 4. So it doesn't matter. So 4 stress. Yeah.
I take 2.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, you're fine.
Yep.
Let's see here. So you have 2 blood and 2 fortune stress. So it steps forward. So it's swinging its scything blades, shooting more blood, boiling blood at everyone. Valanthe, it is now exploding. In every time the blood hits, it explodes in an area. So you will take stress on a failed or partial success, but you will take less stress because you're only getting hit with the not as much.
Distance matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So distance does matter. So you'll take a D4 opposed to a D6. But yeah, Rakk, you can go and shoot again.
Did you say it's melee that's risky, or is it anything?
Everything is dangerous now. Because it is a blender of death now. It is flipping the fuck out. Moving around the room, shooting blood grenades essentially at you. Now, I will say you can, one person can do an aid, one person can take an act to aid another person to get another act, and it doesn't matter what your abilities or qualifications are. You're essentially becoming a distraction to set someone else up for a shot. So I should have specified that before Rakk rolled. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't really do anything, so I will go ahead and use that to aid Rakk.
Okay.
Since otherwise he will fail.
All right.
I'll roll one more die then.
And he failed. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Look at that. Yeah, of course.
All right. Both of you take D6 blood.
Is that just because the blood is boiling?
Yes. It is. Well, actually, I'll say it's also partially venom, so I'll give you half your blood thing.
Oh, you
Yeah.
suck.
It's a god. You're killing the god that made you. It's going to be hard. So
I know we're failing to kill the god that made me is more the problem.
You've got it mostly dead.
Mostly.
Rakk, how much blood protection do you have?
2.
2. All right. So you take 3 blood stress. That is minor fallout.
Jesus Christ, Ross.
Yep. You're limping now. It hits you in the leg. So you're not going to be running anytime soon. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot collateral. So I'll trigger that now. I'll say that's going to hit Valanthe. So you get hit for 5 blood stress. Do you have any blood protection, Valanthe?
Yes, I do for 2.
Okay, so that's 3. You have 4 bind stress. So you also take minor blood fallout. I am going to say shattered. Your armor melts on this. So you cannot use blood protection anymore. So, finally, Outis, 4 blood stress.
Well, I do unrelated. Like I have 5, at least natively, I have 5 protection to anything heat related. I also currently have 2 separate blood protection that's not just to anything.
Oh, okay.
Also, can I yell at him to give him an extra blood protection?
Actually, I would say his native stuff would be enough to do that. So yeah, okay. You don't take any blood stress then, Outis, because of that. Because you have 2 sources of blood protection. So, yeah. Next time you can yell at one person, Garanhon. Next time they take.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rakk's and Outis's combo attack fails. It deflects. Garanhon, you realize at this point you could also use the environment around you. You could make a standard mend plus technology check to sabotage a pipe and send steam into the creature's face to temporarily disable it.
If that will absolutely help, I'm more than happy to do that. So I'll go ahead and give that a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to assist because once I see what he's doing, I'm going to just use my exsanguinate not on the creature, but on the pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And by pipes, I mean intestines in the room.
All right.
I'm going to make it rain
spray
blood.
Some hot blood at it.
Yeah. That's going to be a success. So,
all right, the creature roars. It is temporarily blinded. It is now only risky. Next round, it'll be risky. It'll only be risky to attack it instead of dangerous. So you can lose 1 die instead of 2. Your 2 highest dice. But it will still be swinging around wildly, so it's still just as dangerous in terms of damage. Also, its armor goes down by 1 for this next round. So, new round. Rakk, you can take another shot. This time it's only risky. Outis can assist you.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do my own thing this time.
Okay. Well, all right. Roll 3 dice.
Of course. Why the fuck would I succeed?
Yep. Blood grenade goes off at your feet for what is it?
Give me more Fallout, Ross. Come on, you've been doing it.
Let's see.
It's 3.
Yep, 3. All right. Yeah. So you're still at 3.
We are Fallout sponges today.
Yep.
What the think you made a roll that wasn't Fallout, Ross.
I just
Yeah,
did.
real bad.
I just did for Outis, even though it didn't matter. Or no, for someone.
You
Someone.
can't remember, can you?
we're just stitched together.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, you know what? I'm going to say you're furious there, Rakk.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, that fits.
You cannot get assistance from your allies now. Yeah. So let's see here. Outis, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I have to succeed on both dice for this to work, but I'm going to attempt my what is it? Brisk Conjuration Blast.
Okay.
It's not armor piercing, but if it hits him, he'll be debilitated for another round.
Okay.
So I figure that's worth the risk.
All right.
So that's 2d10 and a fail.
Yep. Blood grenade. Let's see here. I would say with the 6, you still take 1 blood stress.
So that puts me at 11.
Yep.
Hey, major blood fallout.
Yep.
So it wipes only the thing that I had one.
No.
I guess, yeah.
It wipes out everything.
Oh yeah, major. Yeah.
So let's see here. With major blood fallout, let's see. You are downed. You can't move under your own power. You're barely clinging to consciousness. You can be moved around by others, but without medical attention, you're not going anywhere. You can be created to dying. All right. So yeah, you can talk and yell, but that's about it. As you are slammed against, as you are hit with the blood grenade. You rip and tear at your clothes. You stagger down, fall, tripping and hitting your head and your body against several pipes. And it's agony for you. It's not good.
It does suck.
Yeah. All right. We'll go with Garanhon next then. And then,
okay. Then I'm gonna basically use my roll to base. Am I still in charge range after taking?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's in charge range. This is not a huge.
Yeah. Just to continue right now. Come on. I'm gonna hit. We're definitely gonna hit our overclock again and try to get this one more time. So, all right. So that's gonna be 3d10. That's more like it.
All right. Yeah, that definitely hits. He only has 1 point of armor now.
All right. So come on, be good to me. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. This is going to be the killing blow. With a 10, so minus 1, 9 damage. That's more than enough. It had 30 resistance.
I still have to do my fortune roll, though.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the point where I'm okay. I took that fortune roll, so
you're fine though.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Dice bot, give it dice bot, take it away. So tell us how you slay the meat giant.
So what I do as the steam is pouring from it, I actually find a smaller pipe that was coming out of it, still pouring blood mist. I guess, for lack of a better term. And block it with my boot long enough to bring up pressure and use that pressure along with my foot to launch myself at this last tentacle. And as I'm going through, the dragon killer fully unfolds and I just slide right through it, coming off of the other side where it just pours blood and viscera out of it.
There's kind of a silence for a moment as everything pauses, and then there's just a flood of blood and viscera as the entrails lose their composition. And Valanthe is quick enough to grab Outis before he literally washes away with this and hoists him up.
Just like Rakk's 8th birthday party.
Except there was cake in that one.
Yeah. So
is there cake?
Yeah. So
it's almost over.
Yeah.
Using the sword almost as a crutch at this point.
Yeah. So you stagger back to the lookout to the arms of God. Actually, somebody can give me a mend plus occult. Mend plus actually whatever to heal poor Outis. All right. So that'll be D6 supply stress to you. Valanthe. So that is going to be a shitload of supplies stress. You have to use quite a few supplies.
And you immediately get fallout.
Yeah. You're used up. You can no longer heal things. You can no longer heal.
Apparently, I have run entirely out of saliva.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of smelling salts or whatever that was.
So you still have the fallout. Well, let me actually double check that if that's ongoing, or if that's just.
I mean, I wouldn't be if I'm downed would mean that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would that work?
I'm gonna downgrade it to a minor one. I'm going to do. It is now a ringing ahead. No, actually, no. It's definitely going to be ongoing. So I will say, yeah, you have.
Wait, wasn't downed already minor?
No, downed is a major.
I thought dying was the major and downed was the minor.
Nope, there's no.
Is that not how that works?
Nope.
Oh.
Dying is critical.
Oh, right. There's 3 levels. That's why.
Yeah. If you took another major blood fallout, that would be you would die. You'd be dying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that confused in my head.
I'm going to downgrade to tired. You cannot gain extra dice from skills. So you're just in a really fucking bad position. You can't use domains or skills. Yeah.
Yeah, I am a non-player character.
You can still talk and do things. You're just not very good at them.
No,
yeah.
Ross. I can only talk. I cannot do things. That is very
You
important.
can try to do things. You always get that D10, Thad. You always get the D10. You roll a 10, it always succeeds.
You just have to roll the 10.
You just have to roll the 10.
We trust in you, so.
So, yeah, the same question before you is presented. Yeah, you can use end of the line to martyr yourself to the cause of the Vermissian Knights and rally them. You know in your heart of hearts that will work. If this is the end you want for Garanhon, you will go down as a legend, but it will be Garanhon's ending. Literal end of the line, quite literally.
It would be, but I would live through my brothers who will protect and extend the Vermissian.
Oh yeah, there will be a weird Garanhon cult, and they'll have little symbols of you that they carry with them
at the end. But yeah, if I could, the conductor can plug me in as the living core of the knights at this point.
Yeah,
I will live on like that.
Yeah, so go ahead and narrate it. As we look over the industrial hellscape of biomechanical god-sized arms being formed, clearly with the aim of Xarodoth using these arms to reach out to the heavens to spread his message, to make the word Xarodoth a word of power, so that he would exist in all languages, in all times, in all places. He would never be forgotten or locked out of anything ever again. But then...
yeah, so I will say that the rest of us ended up traveling back to the conductor's office to get prepared, but inside you all see me hooked up to this giant steampunk and electrical contraption that makes no sense, but it does have one leading on my core of my armor as I kind of take a final look at everybody else and just silly. That's like the tunnel, the network will be there for you ever if you need it. Just remember the turnstile, and that's it. Cores up. Basically, Garanhon does die, but there is a core that is extracted from the armor. That thank you, Thad. You said the matrix of leadership, so I'm just going straight for it. As the conductor places it into this particular vessel and takes it out into the terminus and raises it, which causes the rest of the knights to immediately get up and remember themselves and their missions despite any of their own personal failings. And through the multitudes of different different terminals here in Terminus, you see thousands upon tens of thousands of knights leeching from the multiverse as they go into the core and invade, severing the two arms in probably one of the bloodiest battles that has ever been seen.
All right. So what happens next? I'm going to send each of the remaining players a message, and we will take a quick break so you can think about what your answer will be. So we can narrate what is the ending. But yeah. You have stopped Xarodoth, I will tell you that much. Garanhon's actions have rallied the Vermissian Knights, breaking them out of their torpor, and that together as a united, they were able to fight off Xarodoth and destroy the arms and break his influence and annihilate the god permanently. The god, Xarodoth, used all of his energy, put all his eggs in one basket, and his gambit failed, and he was utterly annihilated. And so what remains are the three remaining Delvers, as the train station began to take notice of them. And the conductor says, well, let's start with let's start with Rakk. This probably, I think I have an idea of what Rakk wants. I'm not sure, but Rakk, where a train finally appears? And what do you smell? And where does the train take you?
It's taken me to my a place that's kind of like my version of Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
With instead of fighting and feasting, it's hunting and feasting forever.
So like the Briar, but not like evil and fucked up. Just
right.
Yeah. So
all right. There's hunting, and then the feasting is actually gourmet meals prepared by me.
All right. So the Briar is a dark reflection of this actual hunt, the hunter's happy grounds.
The hunter's paradise.
The hunter's paradise. Yeah, you shall never want for game. It shall. The winters are brief and mild. The spring and summer long.
And my mom's waiting for me there.
Aw. Yeah.
And it's your birthday.
and each birthday is only going to get better.
Yeah. Does word of Rakk, the worm hunter, reach back to Derelictus?
Yeah, I think it does.
All right. And what did they say of Rakk, the worm hunter?
There was no one more dedicated to the hunt, and his food, his dishes were second to none.
Okay. Yeah, there are many dishes in Derelictus in the pubs and taverns attributed to him. Rack's lamb,
Rakk of lamb.
Rakk of lamb. Yes, becomes a common dish in Derelictus. A pub favorite, especially for hunters and those who make their living with their wits and their bow. Outis. The wizard who was not and was. You become what happens to Outis after the battle ends?
Well, so my zenith beat was into the control that my master has over me, and I feel like it being dead counts.
Yes, definitely.
So the thing is that my most frequently used magic, I feel like, was the Frenzy of the Sky Court, but there is no Sky Court Zenith ability. So I'm just going to make one. And Outis has never really known what he wanted other than to be free of that which controlled him. And so summoning the sort of ultimate power of the Sky Court, he is split into innumerable sort of mystical Outis entities that scatter along the various realities and go forth to find out what there is to find. Not knowing where to go, he goes as everywhere as he can.
Some say there's always an Outis at the train station or terminus waiting for the next train out of there. So yeah, you never know where Outis Phyz will show up. I imagine the legends of Outis Phyz become sort of the an anonymous folk hero.
Just a weird guy who seems to always be out of whatever it is he needs and has a harmonica.
And there's always, every time he leaves the town, though, there's some sad music that plays on a piano.
Is it Last Train Home?
Yeah, it's definitely not. I definitely am not thinking of the Hulk theme song.
JoJo, Last Train Home.
Oh yeah, fill in the blanks there. So, and then finally, Valanthe. The heart desired that this happened, and it has come true. What do you desire now?
Well, the communion between flesh and fracture, between the mortal and the undying, becomes near perfect. I can only do this once, and I am going to do this. because it needs to be done. Mr. Conductor, I feel that you are in need of an assistant, are you not?
Yeah.
The perfect Vermissian knight to stand by your side. So after about an hour of chanting and a bit of bloody ritual, there is going to be a perfect copy of someone who has died, who is going to step into existence. The copy is absolutely the same as the original, right down to the soul. The copy is so good, in fact, that the person can no longer permanently die. Garanhon Pearce is going to step out of the matrix of leadership.
Nice.
And as I expire, I'm going to put a bloody hand up and tell him that the only way that he can ever get out of this duty is for him to slay the heart itself, which I know that he will never do, because his heart is here in Terminus. All tracks lead to Terminus. All tracks lead home. And that's when I die.
Although Garanhon, anytime he has to leave on Terminus for a mission, when he's deep in the heart, sometimes he feels a familiar presence, especially in the areas where the heart is especially strong. Some say witches never truly die; they just become part of the heart.
I guess so. As I exist as Prime Knight.
Yes. Yeah. So
And there's always going to be a little spider following you around for reasons.
Yeah, he's now Garanhon Prime.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
So yeah, the Garanhon had a quest and fulfilled it, and saved reality from an evil god. Yeah, that was just one of many stories from Heart, the City Beneath. Yay! Yeah. So questions, comments, suggestions.
Definitely play this game if you like being eternally punished for hanging out with your friends.
Yeah. I mean,
It punishes you.
Yeah.
it is a very punishing system, but I like it though because it's still.
Yeah.
I do understand, like, especially like after we figured out the Fallout like problem. I actually really do appreciate the balance of like the minor and the major and how that interacts with like wiping a stress track versus wiping all of it. It just also sucks to experience.
Well, yeah. I mean, that meat giant was the boss, basically.
But like in a good way.
Yeah.
That was fun. And I'm really glad that I got to experience that the full ends of all the. I love all the beats too for those abilities, but especially the Zenith one where it gives you that moment in the storyline. So I'm really thankful that I got to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also did have if basically I did if for some reason if Rakk had not killed the worm, like that vision I gave Valanthe before the thing was like, don't kill the worm. The worm is good. But it would have weakened Xarodoth. You would have only had to kill like one of the three. I would have just rolled
a less meaty version.
Yeah, less meaty version. But if you had failed at any of them, basically you would have woken up in the halfway house, and you work as Vinmir, you work for Vinmir's caravan guards. Yeah, Frederick is your boss. Xarodoth would have rewritten reality to make you peons as revenge, because fuck you, that's why.
That's all.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to mess around with Heart. That was my Terminus Station is in the book, but that is my interpretation of Terminus Station is not the books. I kind of ignored the books.
Original Terminus, do not steal.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, no, I really do like it though as the idea. That's actually really cool. I mean, what were the differences between the one and the book? Since I actually didn't read that yet. So.
There's basically it just describes like one big machine in the Terminus Station that can like alter reality, and everyone fights over it. Let me look at it. Pull it up again.
Yeah. No, I really liked the bunch of like sad, guilty Vermissian knights outside. That was fun.
Yeah. That is a really good idea. So I love the fact that it gave us our army at the end. So
yeah,
Rakk had many birthdays.
That's true.
He did have a lot of birthdays. So there's a Nexus. There are Nexus devices in there that allow you that siphon energy from the heart itself. It can't access any part of the Vermissian network, even the Lost Harvest line. So it's basically, lots of powerful machines and different sects there fighting each other for control of it. instead of just one really sad group of Vermissian knights. Yeah. Little signal box cultists and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like Heart a lot more than I used to.
You like running it more than you like playing it?
Yeah, I like playing it too. I just like now that again running 16 sessions of it really helped getting used to it. Weirdly enough, yeah. So I'll definitely do some more one shots of it in the future and stuff like that, but probably not for a while because
since we're done this. But that was a lot of fun, Ross. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a post-mortem to talk about the full campaign in a bit for the main RPPR because I think this was a good campaign for you guys role playing it off each other and developing friendships with each other and stuff like that. Like especially by the end, so that was quite fun. Yeah. Any
very much so.
Any final thoughts before we go? Anyone?
Dicebot, you are a cruel mistress.
Yeah, yeah, but Dicebot, Dicebot put you through hell, but like you still killed it.
It was incredibly swingy, but
yeah, I basically made the meat giant. I took its stats from an angel and actually downgraded it a little bit. Angels are just dangerous. Period. Also, piercing doesn't work on angels. And what else? Angels do like a D12.
Good grief.
They do D12 damage. Although they only have 20 resistance, so I gave him 30. Yeah. Also when you see an angel, you have to roll Endure plus Cursed, and mark D10 stress to mine on a failure. So, yeah, so it's not, it's pretty tough. Yeah.
So it's like,
brutal.
Yeah.
Us seeing like either an Evangelion angel or a biblical angel.
I kind of did picture in my head as a Eva 1, but made of meat.
That kind of makes sense.
I'm always going to go with the angel that's just like an 8-sided die. That's the best one.
Yeah, but made of meat. Yeah. Yeah, good times. Anyways, that's all I got. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all so much for supporting RPPR. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.